everybody, and welcome to the Reality of Wrestling. My name is the Bo Brad Gilmore, joined by the historian Kirby Carrion and Brittany Houtland here on our show this week. We have an incredible night of action. I want to talk about our planned main event that we are going to see. Promise Braxton is in the house taking on VertVixen. These two have some history between each other. I'm excited to see them lock horns. I
am so excited. Vert has such drive and passion. However, that can overflow and blind you. And I'm hoping that Vert can overcome that and be able to get in this ring and defeat Promise.
Absolutely. You have to be in full focus when you're taking on the Rebel Buddhist. And then also, we are going to hear from our Reality of Wrestling champion, Will Allday, who will answer the challenge of the Mysterious Q. And also, I would have to think, address the ending to his Falls Count Anywhere street fight at Christmas Chaos.
Just a few weeks ago, we saw Will Allday and Cameron Cole literally tear the house down here at the Reality of Wrestling. It took weeks almost to fix this entire building up after all the havoc that they wreaked here. And we're going to see what's going to happen, because at the end of that match, we saw Mysterious Q take down both men and then drape over Will Allday over Cameron Cole. So it kind of looks to me like Mysterious Q wanted Will Allday to win that matchup.
Yeah, will Allday accept the challenge of the Mysterious Q next week for the Reality Wrestling Championship? We will find out. And also in our opening contest, Emilio Tovar takes on Sage Scott. All that and more this week on the Reality of Wrestling. To kick our action off this week, of course, Emilio Tovar, who showed us a lot as of late here in Reality of Wrestling. We are here. Brittany is joining us right now on commentary. Kirby Carrion, of course, is here as well. And Brittany, welcome back to the Reality of Wrestling, and we're excited to have you here on the commentary table.
I'm so excited to be here. Reality of Wrestling is slowly becoming a home away from home. And I'm excited for this match, especially to see Emilio face to face. I haven't seen him in person yet, so.
Emilio is definitely a talent that you want to watch out for, Kirby Carrion. And he finds himself in an interesting position tonight.
He started off in a ladder match at Summer of Champions, so, you know, it doesn't get higher than that at the debut, right?
Yeah, that's called on-the-job training, my brother.
A1 since day one. Mr. A1 since day one. Mr. A1 since day one. Mr. A1 since day one. Yeah.
Well, of course, he has been A1 from day one. Sage Scott most recently competing against the Bear, Ryan Davison, in a brutal chairs match at Christmas Chaos. Kirby, what can you tell me about Sage Scott?
Sage Scott is a world travel machine, and he is about to really test Emilio Tovar and to see what he's made of here tonight.
Brittany, everybody has touted Sage Scott, not only here in Reality of Wrestling, but every place that he has visited on his journey here to the World Gym Arena. People placing a championship level pedigree on him. I mean, Sage Scott is the real deal.
He really is, and I actually ran into him backstage, and he was talking about how he's pretty upset with his status here at Reality of Wrestling and thinks that he needs to be in that #1 spot.
Well, you know what? He has the evening to prove it here. He has the evening to prove it right now. Here it is, our opening bell. Sage Scott taking on Emilio Tovar. Now, Emilio, the hometown favorite, of course. Sage Scott from Compton, California.
Well, you definitely have some Houstonites here. Is that correct? Houstonites?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with it.
And he is Houston born and bred, so of course he's going to be the favorite here.
Now these two circling the ring. Sage Scott, I say by this point, should be mostly fully recoverable.
It's been a few weeks since that chairs match, and look at this. It's like nothing's even happened to him, as now he's just pushing Emilio Tovar right into the corner. You want to talk about brutal? That's brutal.
Man, and he is showing off exactly what we've heard about him before. And now these lefts and rights to the rib cage of Emilio Tovar.
Emilio needs to get out of that corner. I mean, he is only a year into training at Reality of Wrestling, so I can understand his rookie mistakes.
Oh,
but
well, look at that. An elevated knee slowing Sage Scott down. The man who's been A1 since day one, and he just turned him inside out. And he didn't have much of a wind-up on that clothesline. It still turns him out.
That is just freak power right there from Sage Scott. As now talk about
God.
freak power.
Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. And you know what, Emilio Tovar, you said a little over a year of training, Brittany Houghton, but oh my gosh, wait, hold on here.
Oh no.
I don't know if that's enough training to be able to combat somebody like Sage Scott.
No, this is definitely, as the ladder match before, this is trial by fire here at Reality of Wrestling for Emilio. This is brutal.
And here we go. Sage Scott getting him up, and look at the power. Look at the power of Sage Scott. Oh my goodness. Slams him down with a high angle suplex on Emilio Tovar. Going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out right there from Emilio Tovar. Sage Scott seems to be surprised by that, Brittany.
I mean, I don't know why he is surprised. Being a veteran status here in this ring, he should know to hook the leg to cinch that pin, and he was getting a little too cocky about this.
We know what has been all Sage Scott since the opening bell. Kirby Carry-On, I'm not surprised by his overconfidence. Emilio has a lot of heart, but sometimes you have to know when to say die.
And I think this might be the moment right here, but Emilio Tovar, defiant as ever, he wants to make a name for himself, and he's going to do it at the expense of Sage Scott here tonight. Oh, he got caught. He got caught. This is dangerous.
Oh, look at that power bomb! A vicious power bomb! And now he's picking him up. He's not done with him.
Oh, come on.
Look at the power. Oh my goodness, cover. 1, 2, 3. Sage Scott dominant in a victory. Brittany, you said that Sage Scott wasn't happy with his place here in Reality of Wrestling. Well, a win like that will definitely shoot you up the rankings that we have here, no doubt.
Yes, indeed. Sage Scott made a name all over the U.S. and now here at the World Gym Arena at Reality of Wrestling.
Kirby Carry-On, we have seen impressive displays of power from performers in years past. That was beyond impressive.
If anything, honestly, right now, I'm thinking back to those Ryan Davidson matches. We saw just an inkling of what Sage Scott was, but here tonight, we got the whole package, and this man is horrifying.
Well, the man who's been A1 since day one, victorious in our opening contest this week on the Reality of Wrestling.
That's the moments, man, if you step in this ring, you
See what Harlem Heat, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the fame. It was about the reckoning.
We all know that an accident takes only seconds, but the injuries can last a lifetime. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or a motorcycle accident, give me a call. You'll be glad you did. And why would you call anyone else?
The Rebel Buddhist is making her entrance inside of the World Gym Arena, saging the audience on her way down. 2022 promises to be a big year, no pun intended, for Miss Braxton, who is, in all honesty, Brittany and Kirby, I have to say, sans the championship, she doesn't have the title right now, but you might be looking at the most impressive diamond in the division at this moment, Brittany.
That is true, and as she does bring that sage, cleaning out 2021 and all of its bad juju, and bringing in 2022 as still a leading competitor here at Reality of Wrestling. Promise Braxton is no one to mess with.
Promise Braxton getting the first victory ever in a first-time Diamonds Tables match, Kirby. And the person she beat carries a lot of weight with her name.
It was Hyon, a former 3-time Diamonds Division champion, but you know right now that all the women are looking towards the Sherry Martel Invitational in just 1 month's time.
VertVixen, always a welcome face here. This is her now second time we've seen her on Reality of Wrestling television. The last time she challenged Maddie Rinkowski, Miss Reality herself. They had an impressive contest between the two of them. And Brittany, I know you're very familiar with VertVixen, not just here in Reality of Wrestling, but all the places that she's performed.
I am. I have seen her in so many places. I've seen her when she first began, and she has elevated herself so much. And to go against Promise, I mean, this is going to be so good. Promise better watch her back, though, because those kicks that VertVixen has are deadly.
We know these two ladies have met before, Kirby Carrion, in a Reality of Wrestling ring at one of our live events that we have all throughout the great state of Texas in Dayton. These two locked horns.
They did, and honestly, the biggest thing that was shocking to me about that was the fact that VertVixen couldn't keep the focus on the match. She had the match won, but then she got caught when Promise Braxton rolled her up, and Promise Braxton came out with the victory. So maybe, hopefully, VertVixen can keep her eye on the ball here and get a huge high-profile win on Reality of Wrestling television.
Yeah, taking your eye off the ball and not having 100% focus in there with someone like Promise Braxton is not going to ever lead you to a victory, Brittany.
That is true. Promise is known as vicious and vegan, and you cannot keep your eye off of her. If you cannot let any kind of aggression cloud your vision when you're in the ring.
And here we go, look at this. Promise Braxton showing why she is a former Diamonds Division champion, and you know that she wants to get that championship back, Brittany. That is a high accolade here in the Reality of Wrestling.
It really is, and I mean, these two, again, you literally locking horns right now. Oh! Taking Promise Braxton over.
Now, I do have to ask, Brittany, whenever you have as much experience as you do going up against, you know, or maybe even just running it back one more time, how does your strategy change when you go in for a rematch?
You really have to think about what you did wrong. Watch the tapes, figure it out. I mean, Vert has clearly been watching Promise since the last time that they saw each other in the ring.
You know, when you talk about, though, these two athletes, both complete specimens and really great at their individual styles. To go back to Promise Braxton, sometimes you see somebody in their element and you can just recognize it with immediacy. I go to someone like a Robert Downey Jr., right? He is so cover here, one, and a kick out. Robert Downey Jr., you can tell, was meant to be an actor.
Right.
As soon as he's on camera, cover here, 1, 2. As soon as you see him on camera, there's such a great win. 2, both these women. Reversal, 1, 2. Hold on here. Side headlock from VertVixen, sent into the ropes. Oh! The point I was trying to make, Promise Braxton in her element. She seems so comfortable. I mean, you can use the cliche of fish to water, which has been used so many times, but you can tell she was meant for this, but right now the spine is not meant to bounce off the canvas like it just did for Promise Braxton. Great offensive maneuver from VertVixen.
Oh, coming in hard with that forearm.
VertVixen into the corner, had it scouted there. Reversal. Another quick arm drag.
And we were talking about this being a rematch here earlier, y'all. You can tell right now, as you mentioned, Brittany, VertVixen seems to have done her homework, but it looks like right there, oh, see that right there? She was ready for it.
Cover, 1, 2.
VertVixen's doing incredible right now.
I told you, those kicks. Gotta watch out for those kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. You're watching the Reality of Wrestling.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
Big shot there from Promise Braxton. Promise Braxton wearing some of the wounds that she's encountered so far from some of those stiff shots from VertVixen. VertVixen trying to wind up, had it scouted. Maybe Promise was playing possum. Grabs the back of the head by any means necessary. And Promise looks real proud of herself.
She does, but this is not the time to boast. She needs to stay on top of Vert, as she has been the one getting wary in this match in order to win.
You know, I think it speaks volumes to Promise Braxton's, tenure here, that last week we heard from AQA talking about the Sherry Martel tournament, that even AQA wants a match again against Promise Braxton, because last time we saw them here, Promise Braxton got the win. So I think Promise Braxton has a lot of eyes on her, not just from AQA, maybe from Hyon, from VertVixen. Literally everybody is looking at Promise Braxton right now.
Right now, VertVixen runs into the corner and catches an elbow from Promise Braxton. Promise Braxton now has her Northern Light suplex cover. 1, 2, and a kick out.
And then VertVixen was looking at the lights instead of Promise, and Promise again on top of VertVixen.
Right now, VertVixen trying to mount an offensive comeback and an elbow to the back of the neck and the top of the spine from Promise Braxton, the Rebel Buddhist. And some knee lifts here. Definitely will slow you down. Promise Braxton picking her up and a scoop and a slam, showing off the strength and the power. Looking to drop the knee right across the throat and the chin. Cover. 1, 2, and a big kick out there from VertVixen. Kirby, what is Vert gonna have to do to get back into this match?
She's got to find an opening somehow, but against Promise Braxton, I don't know how that's possible. Whenever Promise finds an opening, she just completely goes in and tries to go for the kill. VertVixen, though, has got to reverse that somehow.
VertVixen, though, talking about reversal, blocking this attempt at a suplex. Some shots to the ribs, and Brittany, this might be the opening she needed.
Yes, it looks like it is. It's knocking Promise down.
Promise, though. Oh, look at that. VertVixen lands on her feet. Promise just got tripped up. Oh, wait a minute. An STO cover. 1, 2, and a kick out there from the Rebel Buddhist. The Rebel Buddhist, Promise Braxton, showed a bit of frustration, Kirby.
Absolutely, and it was a strong kick out too. As you can see, both women trying to regroup, trying to figure out what else they got to do. They got to start digging deep because they got to land a big shot to put the other one down.
I am impressed with how quickly and how vicious Promise Braxton kicked out of that. That was not...
This is your main event of the week. Promise Braxton, VertVixen. Of course, we are expected to hear from the Reality of Wrestling champion. Cover 1, 2, and a big kick out there. We're expecting to hear from the Reality of Wrestling champion, Will Allday, here later on tonight, who was in a very controversial conclusion to Christmas Chaos. And now, looking for looks like she has her legs grapevined around the midsection of VertVixen, trying to... Oh, look at that. Look at that. I gotta say, that might not be a part of the rule book here, Reality Wrestling.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
But I love the energy. I love the energy coming into 2022 for Promise Braxton.
Promise Braxton right now is just like an octopus with its tentacles just grapevined around VertVixen, squeezing out all the air out of the body. But it looks like VertVixen here getting back up to a vertical base. What's she got in mind?
Some short shots to the rib cage wasn't enough to slow Promise Braxton down, who just need VertVixen in the midsection. Looking for that enziguri, and it looks like she caught a piece of it there, Kirby. Not the full thing, but enough to knock Promise Braxton flat on her back.
Both women seem to be out right now. Referee Isaac Bouillon starting to count. If neither woman get back up to the count of 10, this match will be over.
You have to think the first woman to a vertical base, Brittany, will have the advantage.
Most definitely, these women have to be exhausted. They've both been going back and forth, tit for tat. But, there's Vert with a kip up.
VertVixen back to her feet, so is Promise Braxton. These two women running at each other, playing a little chicken, but VertVixen is the one laying on the offense.
This could be all adrenaline though, Brad. How long is it gonna last? Oh, she got caught.
She got caught up, Trying to reverse it. Some big stiff shots. Looking for a roll up there again. Oh my goodness. Keep catching her with these kicks. They look like they're effective. I can only imagine if she got 110% of that, we could see a definite winner right here from VertVixen. VertVixen though picking Promise Braxton up. Oh, big slam. This could be all. If she can capitalize. If she can capitalize, cover 1, 2, 3. Oh, she got it, but wait a minute.
No.
What?
Wait a minute, no. Promise Braxton had her foot on the rope. Had her foot on the rope.
Referee definitely counted the 3, but you're right. The foot got on the rope just in time.
That might have been a mistake by the referee there, counting to 3. Isaac Bouillon, typically a great referee, Brittany, but he definitely counted the 3, but Promise Braxton's foot was on the rope.
Her foot was on the rope before he hit that 3, and he caught it, and he's saying, no, this match will go on. And that ring awareness by Promise is so phenomenal.
Right now, Vert looking to finish it. Some short elbows to the jaw and the chin. The Rebel Buddhist has her up.
Oh no!
Spin her around. Broken Promise.
The Broken Promise. Cover 1, 2, 3. VertVixen had Promise Braxton dead to rights. Great ring awareness from the Rebel Buddhist. And then, I have to say, it looked like VertVixen again, Kirby, took her eye off the prize.
She definitely did not realize where she was in the ring, and that may have been what cost her. And she was so close, once again, so close to defeating Promise Braxton here in the Reality of Wrestling arena.
Great showing for both ladies. Going back to VertVixen though, Brittany, we saw after Isaac Bouillon indicated that the foot was on the rope, she chose to protest his decision. She sat there and argued with the referee instead of turning her attention back to Promise.
She did, and I think that just sucked all of the win and momentum out of Vert. She was already tired and beaten down from this match, and when she was told no, it must go on, she could not focus and not comprehend that, and that is why she lost.
Absolutely a victory here for Promise Braxton. That makes 2 high-profile victories in a row for the Rebel Buddhist. And what a way to start off 2022. We expect to hear from the Reality of Wrestling champion, Will Allday, up next on Reality of Wrestling. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the front row of pro wrestling.
The Insidious One was the physical embodiment of Legion. But at what cost? No one realizes what it took from me. Being silenced and sealed behind this mask. But I don't want to talk for a second longer about my captivity. Legion may have needed the Insidious One. But the insidious Sid Mars doesn't need Legion.
My name is Nathan Wasser, and I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I came down here to Reality of Wrestling to improve my training and get myself more experience learning from the absolute best. It's intense, it's hard. You gotta leave your ego at the door and come in with an open mind. The way they do stuff here is the next level. But if you do that, you'll end up bettering yourself in the end, and you'll improve, and you'll be able to work anywhere.
Nathan, he's an unbelievably awesome student. I'll tell you why, right? For a few reasons. Number one, the man packed up all the way from the Great White North to move down here to the US to train because he wanted to learn from one of the best. But what's even more impressive, on top of the fact that he takes care of his body, he works hard, is the fact that he was trained by a very reputable trainer and yet still comes down here humble, hungry, ready to work and ready to learn, and not coming in here acting like he knows everything or that he's too rigid in his ways.
Booker's knowledge will help you get to whatever goals you want to do. If you want to be a big star in this industry. My end goal is to be in WWE. Coming down here to Reality of Wrestling, I feel is the best opportunity for me to get there. So I'm going to do whatever it takes. I can promise you, when you come to Reality of Wrestling, it will change your life. You will not regret it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Reality of Wrestling. We just saw an incredible matchup between Promise Braxton and VertVixen, but we almost called to it earlier tonight. VertVixen thought she had the match won. Promise Braxton, great ring awareness there. She kind of took her eye off the ball, did VertVixen.
She really did. I mean, after Promise's foot was on the rope and the referee decided that the match would continue, that literally sucked the life out of VertVixen, and she just could not go on, and that it was where her falter happened.
Promise Braxton has all the momentum now going into that Sherry Martel Invitational that's going to be kicking off next month.
And you've got to, honestly think that she's probably one of the favorites to win the whole thing. Having defeated Hyon at Christmas Chaos in that tables match, now defeating VertVixen once again here. I mean, if I'm a betting man, I would put it all on Promise Braxton right now.
That's my pick. That's my pick, Kirby Carry On. But we're about to hear in mere moments from the Reality of Wrestling champion, Will Allday. Will he accept the challenge of the mysterious Q? We are about to find out right now. Doubt the most popular star in all of Reality of Wrestling today, the Reality of Wrestling champion, Will Allday, coming to address the Road Nation after what we can only describe as a very controversial ending to Christmas Chaos and his Falls Count Anywhere street fight with Cameron Cole. Of course, earlier in the evening, we saw Mysterious Q able to become the new #1 contender, and Q at the end of that match between Will and Cam almost called his shot. After giving a Q cutter to both performers, both men, he drapes Will over Cam so that Will Allday retains his championship.
And it looks like the Mysterious Q, I mean, are we still waiting to hear who he's going to challenge? Could it be Will Allday?
He has made the challenge to Will Allday. Mysterious Q has laid out the challenge to go one-on-one next week with Will Allday for the Reality of Wrestling Championship, and I am assuming we're going to be getting an answer to that challenge in mere moments.
You know, guys, if I ever forgot my name, I'd know where to come to remember it. Thank you very much. See, tonight I came out here to address you guys in particular in one man, and that's the Mysterious Q. See, you'd think I know Mysterious Q by now. We've seen a lot of each other. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic, he's a franchise. You're better. I just didn't know that he was also a little bitch.
Hello.
See, let me give you guys a history lesson. TV title, Texas title, and this Reality of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. It didn't matter who they put in front of me, I knocked them all down. If anybody had the stones to get near with me, I stood up to them man to man and said, are you ready to go all damn day? But that Mysterious Q, he didn't like to stand up to me face to face. And I don't know, I'm surprised, because it's not the first time that he's done it. But I'm done talking about history, I'm done talking about the past. I'm here to make history, I'm here to whoop Mysterious Q's ass. Challenge accepted.
And it sounds like the challenge has been accepted. Wait, hold on though.
What? Is that?
What's he doing out here.
We know that music. The man with the bad attitude, the man with the bad habits, and the man coming into 2022 with a hell of a tan. That is the former Reality Wrestling champion, Cam Cole, who, in all honesty, Kirby Carry On does have a bit of a gripe here. He was not beaten straight up by Will Allday.
He has not been straight up, but, I mean, he's had chance after chance.
Let me start a new chant for y'all. Uncrowned champ, uncrowned champ, uncrowned champ. Long gone are the days of talking about the Montreal screw job. They're all talking about the Texas City screw job and me. First it's a triple threat match, then a street fight, then mysterious Q. Over and over I'm getting screwed and I'm sick of it. New year, huh? Same pathetic people, but Will, I got you a white Christmas present, buddy. Let me bring it out here right now.
Wait a minute.
1 second. The boss is here.
The man himself.
Well, Booker T, Cam Cole, Will Allday get into a verbal argument here. Hold on, Booker T's gonna make an announcement.
You know, I'm sick and tired of you guys going back and forth about the title. You guys want to see it? You guys want to see it? You guys want to do it? Damn it, give me a rubber in the ring right now. Silver shoes and all. It's going down right now.
Whoa, hold on here. Booker T just making a rash decision for this match to continue, or for this match to take place. Brittany, Kirby, I'm taking it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Reality of Wrestling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Byline Surveying, over 100 years of combined land surveying experience in the state of Texas. The one call to make for your land development, construction layout, platting, and commercial land surveying needs. We use the latest in GPS surveying technology and office software. Our corporate office is located in East Texas, but our field crews serve all of North, East, and Central Texas. Not sure where to start? We're always here to help. Visit bylinesurveying.com or call 903-473-5150.
To compete, these two are just fighting right now. This is not going to be a match.
There's the bell, though. The opening bell has gone, and we are watching a Reality Wrestling Championship match right now. Cam Cole versus Will Allday, and Cam Cole goes up and over. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God! Will Allday flying
onto the ramp with a thud.
That's why he's the Reality Wrestling Champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Will Allday and Cam Cole in this impromptu Reality of Wrestling Championship match. This is now, I guess, your new main event this week on the road. But let's keep in mind that Mysterious Q is the #1 contender for this championship. Oh my goodness! This has been all action thus far in a cover 1, 2, and a big kick out.
I don't know if Will Allday should have accepted this, especially so close to defending his title against Mysterious Q. Maybe he won't even get a chance to defend his title against him.
Well, if Cam Cole's able to pull one off here, Cam Cole and Mysterious Q, you would imagine, would be next week in your main event. Oh! And Will Allday, again, this, ladies and gentlemen, is unprecedented. We have never had a Reality Wrestling Championship match made in the moment, ever. I'm not one to question Booker T. He's brought us, obviously, this far in this company this far, but I really feel that was the decision made out of haste. Oh, my goodness.
At a certain point, you have to really wonder, how many times do these two have to fight, honestly? I think Booker is just trying to find a means to an end.
Oh, look at that, and a big spine buster.
It did seem that Booker was angry and sick and tired of this feud between these two, and just wants it settled. He's like the parent here, and the siblings are fighting.
Well, right now, Will Allday, the Reality Wrestling champion, trying to get Cam up for a suplex. Cam catches a bow. Oh, a flying knee. Wait a minute, that could be the opening for Cam Cole and an enziguri. Oh my gosh.
Could be moments away from being a two-time Reality Wrestling champion. Could Cam Cole, look at this,
and a code breaker from the second rope. Cam Cole has that Reality Wrestling Championship in his sights. He could be the two-time champion in mere moments, Brittany.
He does indeed, but waiting those few seconds could cost him. He needs to stay on top of Will Allday.
Will Allday, oh my gosh, clipped. It looked like he clipped Cam Cole in the forehead with the heel of his boot there, and giving him the time that he needs to recover, Kirby. Will Allday, this is unprecedented. Will Allday had no time to prepare for this match.
Absolutely, but you know that he knows Cameron Cole so well, and maybe he felt like he didn't need the preparation. That's why he's ready for this fight at any moment.
Goodness. Will Allday, Cam Cole, big jumping clothesline there in the corner. And a spike suplex. Now Cam Cole is laying there, and Will Allday's thinking high risk, Brittany.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good for Cam Cole at all, especially with those boots.
with the elbow drop off the top. Cover 1, 2, and Cam Cole kicks out. And it looked like Will Allday landed on Cam Cole's neck.
The pace of this match has been something I haven't seen in a long time. And these two are just taking it to each other, but we could be just seconds away from an autograph. And as we know, just one is all it takes.
Setting him up for it. Oh, Cam Cole had it scouted. And I don't know if that was muscle memory, Brittany, or he just did not want what was coming to him.
I mean, these two know each other very well, so you know that that super kick is coming, and you gotta watch out for it. So it was smart on Cam's part, but maybe not to stay outside the ring at this very moment.
Well, you know what, Kirby Carry-On, you said this wasn't going to be much of a wrestling match. It was going to be a fight. Right now, we're seeing them exchange closed fists on the apron.
And look at this, they're just telling each other, fight me, hit me. And, I mean, I wouldn't poke somebody's eye out in a fight. I don't know what Cam Cole's doing right there right now.
Hey, look, man, this is for the Reality Wrestling Championship. I wouldn't, if you say fight me fair, I'm going to look for any advantage to fight you unfair. If that means I'm going to become the champion. Oh! And there's the autograph. There's the autograph. But Cam Cole is on the outside, of course. This has to take place, pinfall or submission, inside the squared circle for a championship to change hands. But let's say that Will Allday finds a way out of this, Brittany. Or let's say Cam Cole is the victor tonight. Neither one of them are going to be 100% going into next week against the Mysterious Q.
Exactly. One of these men is going to be beaten, battered, and bruised, and still have to go against the Mysterious Q for that title.
A low blow there from Cam Cole. The referee had his back turned, and now a power bomb to the apron.
I mean, that low blow alone could lay you out, but then insult to injury, hitting on the apron.
Wait a minute. Oh, Will Allday just went into the steps.
Made them half a step.
And Cam Cole throwing the championship at him. What is Cam Cole thinking here? What is he doing? Kirby, carry on. To have the title change hands, you cannot do it this way. And wait a minute, Will Allday. Wait a minute, Will Allday is just laying there motionless.
Referee checking in on him, but it doesn't look like Will Allday's okay right now, y'all.
Oh, no.
Well, the referee called for the bell. It looks like I'm getting official word. This is now a no contest. A no contest due to Will Allday not being able to continue to compete. He is not. Allday still the Reality of Wrestling champion. But at what cost? And what will happen next week? Will we even see the main event? Will we see the championship defended? I don't even think that Will Allday will be medically cleared. Brittany Houghton, we appreciate you for joining us this week on the Reality of Wrestling. For Brittany and Kirby Carry-On, the historian, for our executive producers Booker T and Charmel Huffman, and our director Kevin Bernhardt. My name is the Brad Gilmore. We will see you next week on the Reality of Wrestling.